Wow. All right. Well, now I'm pissed off. Let me see if I can get everything back the way it was. Yeah, well, I was just doing the morning show, just like normal, and my computer just froze up. So I had to reboot and start over again. Yeah, pretty annoying. And I don't know how to fix it when when your computer freezes. All I can do is a hard shutdown and then restart. That doesn't help your computer to not freeze next time. No, I don't want that. Let me see. No, go away. What is this right here? No, I don't want that. And no, I don't want that. Uh, yeah, what exactly is the problem here? All right, trying to get myself back together again. All right, people are coming back in. Thank you very much. So sorry about that. Apparently, I was cut off in mid sentence. There's nothing weirder than sitting there trying to finish up making a point and then having dead silence afterwards and looking at the screen and seeing people talking. Feel like, wait, did I die? Am I a ghost? What happened? What happened there? Apologize. Yeah. All right, let me read these super chats that I missed. Seamus McCallahan says, I grabbed 2 teas and a zip up hoodie for Brand. Liam says, just popping in as a favor to a friend. Please tell EVS that Medicare is apparently doing his last stream tonight in about 30 minutes. Night, guys. Medicare is doing his last stream. Well, thanks for letting me know that in the middle of my stream. Appreciate that. It's good to advertise other people. All right, let me see here. I'm going to get the whole time I was sitting there watching the commentary and people were screaming, please no more Doug. Please no more Doug. I don't think everyone feels that way. Not everyone can feel that way. All right, let me send this over to... Yeah. Oh, let's get Antonio in here. Mm-mm. Give me a minute. There we go. All right, we got Antonio. Antonio's got the new link. And there we go. We'll go from here. All right, guys, fine. For now, I'm just going to do the show by myself. I'll do the show solo until Antonio gets here. Some people are saying more Doug, more Doug. I want more Doug. All right, well, I was wrong. Maybe people do want more Doug. Kick everyone, reverse the polarity. Medicare is an overrated crybaby that gets offended by everything. He does. Yeah. All right. So for now, let's get back to where we were. All right, here's the thing. I was very upset by this article here, and I'm going to show you where we're going. Let me screen share this. God, like so annoying. Casting James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2. This, of course, is the big story, I think, of the month. Stephen Forex, thanks for £5. Uncle Ethan, can you re-add Mindy to your private chat so she can join future streams from time to time? Thanks. Hashtag more Doug. Okay. Casting James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2. This is the big story of the month, as I was saying. Everyone is excited that James Gunn was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and now he's going to take over Suicide Squad 2. Suicide Squad was not exactly, even though it seems to have made money, and that kind of surprises me, it wasn't exactly a critical or, the fans didn't really like it. It wasn't really a runaway hit.
Facts.
But yeah. Oh, hey, all right, Antonio's back. It was just okay. It was just all right. It wasn't that great. And so, putting James Gunn on it, people are hoping that that'll maybe fix it somehow. James Gunn has indicated that he is going to do whatever he wants. He's not going to, as the screenwriter, he's not necessarily going to write a sequel to the last movie. He's just going to do Suicide Squad 2 and then do whatever he wants to do. Now, these are Michael Rooker, obviously, from Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Is he going to have Dong Lover in it? Is that true? I mean, putting Dong Lover in anything is a good idea, I think. And then we've got the woman from Mad Men. What's her name again? I'm gonna scroll down real quick. I'm gonna cheat and figure it out because I have to go to the next page. I forgot. Oh, Christina Hendricks, of course.
Oh,
Lovely woman. Are they thinking
indeed.
about? Yeah, having her as Poison Ivy. Let's read this and just follow through and see what's going on. All right, so now the fans have adjusted to the shock of learning that James Gunn is going to write and possibly direct Suicide Squad 2. The next question is who he will cast in the movie. After his firing from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, fans weren't sure about what the future held for Gunn, with the lingering possibility of him returning to Marvel, but now he's now he's on Suicide Squad 2. Things could look very different for the sequel. Indeed. Gunn, having proved himself already adept at handling teams of misfit criminals working together to save people, is a fine choice for the sequel to the 2016's Love It or Hate It villainous group hug of a movie. Warner Brothers have played an extremely captivating chip in their ongoing struggle for box office domination, with Marvel Studios showing that Disney may have made the wrong move after all in firing Gunn and keeping him that way. I see no evidence of that. Antonio, I don't know why they think just because Disney did the right thing and fired James Gunn, that that was the wrong thing to do. And anyone could just pick him up and then suddenly it's going to be box office success. I mean, it might be, but let's wait and see, shall we? It's not checkmate. We've hired him. It's checkmate. We've hired him and he's made a great movie. Let's find out what he does. Crafting says F Gunn, EVS, F Gunn.
Well, I felt weird about the first Suicide Squad anyway. I did like his Guardians movies, but I don't know. Like I said, that whole thing that just felt a little weird when when they got him up out of there. Just all that whole situation about all the little weird, creepy jokes and all that. I was like, okay, man. I was like, I don't know if I'll be partaking in spending my money at his movies right now. So
yeah. Let's see. So James Gunn, again, by the way, this article, let me just point this out, from October 16th. That was Tuesday. This is all fine and interesting. Christina Hendricks is lovely, sure. Michael Rooker's good in anything. Dong Lover, I mean, yeah, just put that pansexual in anything and let it happen.
Yeah.
This right here is the interesting part. Dave Bautista. Now, Dave Bautista really fought hard. I've never heard a grown man cry like the way Dave Bautista did over his friend, James Gunn, who's kind of like Pee Wee Herman if Pee Wee Herman were James Bond, I think. I wouldn't expect Dave Bautista to be this upset. He said, "I'm going to follow him anywhere. I'm going to stand by my man. I'm going to do all this." Dave Bautista said, "I want to be in Suicide Squad 2. Now that you're doing Suicide Squad 2, I want to be in it. I want to be in Suicide Squad 2. Bautista has been very vocally against James Gunn's firing over at Marvel, and has even said he'd be hesitant to appear in a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 without Gunn at the helm. Since the news dropped that Gunn would be working on Suicide Squad 2, Bautista gave a very clear response. Where do I sign up? Should Bautista be able to get out of his contract for Guardians 3, or even if he completes filming for that second sequel, he becomes available for Suicide Squad 2? It's easy to imagine that Gunn would bring him over to the opposition for the role. His physicality lends a few options, none more so enticing than Bane. Fans have already been envisioning him in the role, and he certainly looks the part. Now, Bane, previously played by Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's become a rock star in comic book movies.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I definitely loved him as Bane, and that was when he first got announced, a lot of people were like, no, he's not tall enough, he's not big enough, all this thing. He got in great shape, and man, his acting was just spot on. He just made it his own. That was
now everybody is going to say Tom Hardy should be this guy. He should be that guy. Tom Hardy has found himself in that role. Like whenever there needs to be a big tough guy in a superhero movie, people are going to say, like when it comes to fantasy casting, like who should be this guy? People are going to say Tom Hardy. And he was a nobody before Dark Knight 3. And now look at him. He's a big star.
No, he was in Inception. He was in Inception, and he got a lot of. And it was another movie. What was it? What's the guy? He did the bodybuilder. He did a lot of those British. Well, I like those British films, so I watch a lot of that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I love. I mean, he wasn't huge over here, but yeah, he was doing a lot of those UK movies and stuff.
He was big in the UK. Tom Hardy. I don't remember him in Inception. I don't remember him
Really?
standing out in Inception. No, well, I've only seen it twice. I'll
Oh,
go back
okay, yeah. He was great in that. I was like Bronson. Yeah, he was great in Bronson. I saw that.
to Bronson.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was great in that.
Yeah, they're thinking about Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista is all for this, believe me. At this point, it's fair to assume that Bautista would undertake any role that Gunn gives him. Here's hoping it's Bane. Now, insert the music from Curb Your Enthusiasm as we look at today's article. Guardians of the Galaxy's Dave Bautista teases return to the WWE. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe not. Maybe there is no role for Dave Bautista in Suicide Squad 2. I'm sorry, Antonio. I know it meant a lot to you.
Well, I thought Batista, he's been like popping up. They just had SmackDown 1,000 show the other week. They've been showing all of like the All Stars and everything. I know they're doing WWE Crown Jewel over in Saudi Arabia, and then they're getting some flack for that. They're trying to blame that on Trump somehow and all that, because there's some stuff with the Saudi royal family and this. I know this journalist got murdered over there apparently. So they're like, oh, they're friends with Trump. So, blah, blah, there's a bunch of weird stuff that's been going on with that. So I know that he was possibly going to make an appearance over there at Crown Jewel. So.
Well, this just seems to me like maybe he's not going to be in Suicide Squad 2. And the thing is, like, he kind of I don't know. Are they going to put him in Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I mean, it just seems like yeah. This seems to me to be him saying, I'm not going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I'm not going to be in Suicide Squad 2. I'm gonna go back to wrestling in the WWE. So there you go. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, he could, trust me, Vince will pay him a pretty penny to come back and just do a couple of shows. Because like they've reduced John Cena. John Cena's shooting like a couple of movies right now, and he just kind of comes in, does a couple of things, which he's supposed to be at Crown Jewel. And I know the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. They're digging up people that's retired to be on this show. So yeah, they're spending millions and millions of dollars on talent just to do this one big appearance over there in Saudi Arabia. So I mean, yeah, he can make some nice money just appearing a few times a year for them.
I hope so. I hope he does well. I think he may have burned the candle at both ends there. So, we'll see. We'll see. Micah Mathis says, please finish your story about the women and the panel. I don't even know where I left off, but I will talk about that in a second. This is going to be a short stream because Medicare is going to stream in probably 20 minutes, and I actually want to see that too. I want to see what he's talking about. This is my last stream ever. What? Okay. This is what I wanted to talk about, Antonio. Do you want a Halloween sandwich at Burger King?
I don't go to Burger King very often, if I'm being honest.
I don't either. Is it because their burgers aren't green enough for you?
I saw they had the. Oh yeah, that just doesn't sound good.
Do you see it? Do you see what's on the screen right now?
They do some kind of weird. I heard that was like a Japanese process or something that makes the bun because they did that. They had a black. No, that was the black bun that they had a couple years ago. They had an all black bun like that, and it was some kind of Worcestershire sauce or something. Some kind of So yeah, a little weird.
All right. So Burger King says its new Nightmare King sandwich is clinically proven to induce nightmares. It's Halloween time. Oops. I suddenly hit the thing. It's Halloween time, which means that some fast food chains are getting in on the holiday fun with ghoulish new menu items. Burger King is leading the charge this year, having already debuted the scary black cherry slushies. None of this is necessary. That turn your mouth black and wreak havoc in the restroom. By the way, this was written by Kevin Berwick. I just realized. God damn you, Kevin Berwick. If you can hear me right now, Kevin Berwick, damn you. Damn you. It makes its debut Monday, October 22nd. So you're going to get this new sandwich then. Turning your mouth black and raising your cholesterol just isn't enough for Burger King. That's why they've introduced the Nightmare King, a sandwich that boasts a quarter pound of flame grilled beef, A white meat crispy chicken fillet. Oh my god! Melted American cheese, thick cut bacon, creamy mayonnaise, and onions on a glazed green sesame seed bun. They've ditched the black bun to go full on spooky with the green version. But that's not all. The fast food chain claims that the ghoulish sandwich will give you nightmares. Burger King conducted a sleep study with 100 participants over 10 days on people who ate the Nightmare King before going to bed. According to scientists, 4% of the normal population experiences nightmares during the night. Burger King study suggests that their sandwich made the incident of nightmares increase by 3.5 times. Eating any kind of food right before bedtime isn't exactly the best thing for humans to do anyway. But eating a sandwich with both fried chicken and burger in it is probably enough to give anybody a nightmare, even without the gimmicky green bun. The Nightmare King will be on sale from October 22nd until November 1st. They should sell about 3 of these. Who is going to buy this? Zeno the Stoic says nightmares. By nightmares, they mean diarrhea. Yeah, possibly.
The black bun caused that. They ran a story about when they had those black buns a couple years ago. That was sending people to giving them the squirts or something. It was horrible.
All of this is hard. Make it stop. Make the. As it turns out, this is like physically. I'm. Oh my god. In other scientific studies, people who eat fast food generally have a hard time even remembering their dreams. Oh, interesting. There's not been a successful study that pairs nightmares and fast food together. 2007 study even indicated that people who eat fast food have less nightmares, but this may be because they're not remembering their dreams anyway. With that being said, Burger King is ready to try and give its patrons nightmares after ingesting their food. I really appreciate this. I think this is good. I actually like having nightmares. It's one of my favorite things. I have really, really good nightmares. I have great nightmares. I had a good nightmare one time. I wake up and tell Andrea. I never want them to end when I'm in them. I had a terrifying nightmare that our town flooded, and there were zombies outside. Okay, tons of zombies. Our town flooded, and the water was like up to your waist. You know, like on CNN when they're out there rowing a boat through the streets. Oh, this town is flooded. So the water was up to your waist, and the zombies were all lying down in the water. Okay, this is the thing. Zombies don't need to breathe. So, I was out there. I was like, oh my God, I'm like waiting around. I'm holding Ava above my head, and I'm waiting around in like hip deep water. And I can't see, the water's black, but I can see there are rats swimming around in the water.
Oh.
And I've got to get her like to the next house across the way. And there are zombies laying down, under the water. They're going to bite my legs as I'm walking. Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I mean, that was just a good nightmare. Goth Ethan Van Skyver said, I had a nightmare that I became a fat, balding boomer. Oh, it's terrible. Wait a second. You're talking about me. You son of a bitch. Vass and Cassie said, Ethan had a dream where he ate a giant pie. In the morning, he noticed that his pillow was gone. Oh, and the pie in the fridge was also gone. But yeah, what a great... I would like to have more nightmares. If Burger King could promise me more creative nightmares. And then the werewolf dream that I had about Hunter, where the werewolves were climbing up the clock tower.
Wow.
And I was up there
like
with them.
meth or something, LSD? Were you experimenting?
No, I don't do any hallucinogens. I just, I had Hunter up in this church tower that was crumbling. And it was just like a spire, it was very cool. It was very gothic. It looked like something Bernie Wrightson would have drawn. And I remember thinking that in my dream. I remember thinking, looks like Bernie Wrightson would have drawn this. So the tower's crumbling, and I can see outside of like a big hole, like a whole wall of this tower had fallen off. And I could see down below, maybe like 50 feet down, there's a train, a really nice high-tech, like modern high-speed train that's waiting there for us. So we could just, if we could get down there onto the platform and get on the train, obviously we'd get away from the werewolves. But the werewolves are crawling up the clock tower after us, and the whole thing's crumbling. It's like wobbling back and forth. And I was like, oh my God. It's not hard to figure out what that dream, meant. That was all during my divorce when I'm like trying to take care of Hunter. That
would give me some ideas for creating, seeing stuff like that. And I've seen some of the top horror people talk about things that scare them, and it causes them to create, I've heard like people like Wes Craven talk about nightmares and just wanting to scare people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
dreams are great. You have to remember that stuff. I want to get a dream journal because I do remember my dreams when I first wake up, and then over time, after I eat a lot of fast food, they disappear. And that is the thing. You want to write them down as soon as you get up, while they still kind of are clinging together. You remember the things that you said, and I want to have a journal right next to my bed. I'm going to get on that. Just,
uh-oh,
just wake up and write down my dreams the minute I open my eyes.
fearsome coming on Indiegogo.
Well, I mean, fearsome is all about dreams. I mean, I want it to actually seem like a dream.
Ooh,
It's going to be a
interesting.
dream. Yeah. Can Chuck Dixon write dreams? I don't know what Chuck Dixon dreams about.
He dreams about being a comic book writer. That's a comic book writer. It's like you could just like live in perpetual cycle of weird missed deadlines. And
I think he dreams about sending all the SJWs to war. Like, that's what I think. I think he dreams about reinstating the draft and then sending those hippies over to fight for their country. Honestly, I think that's probably what Chuck Dixon dreams about. I don't
that
blame
is
him.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, no, I don't want this. Oh, God, look at this. And now I need to go back and get the Nightmare King burger. This guy's happy. Look at this fungus he's drinking.
Yeah, what is that?
That's their Burger King Scary Black Cherry Frozen Fanta. Not particularly photograph friendly because of the nature of what it is, but he's thrilled that the taste exceeded his expectations. Of course, he spelled video game wrong in his. Oh no, I think he did that on purpose. He's being ironic. James make video game. Prepare for a sweet and artificial taste with a subtle aftertaste and an interesting odor. Plus a dyed tongue. Why would you put that in your body?
that stuff scares me because I actually know some people who have done like those like autopsies and stuff, and sometimes when you drink that stuff, it like dyes your innards.
Yeah.
When they have to actually go into your stomach and stuff, like a lot of that stuff, it actually sticks around for weeks, months after, when they actually, so I don't know, you are what you eat, literally. So
I won't eat that green sandwich. I'm not going. Well, I would never go to Burger King anyway. But my God, I would not eat that. I wouldn't eat that. What is wrong with people? It's horrible. People are interested in the Sana Amanat video that I was discussing. I guess I got cut off when I was talking about this, Antonio. So I'll start over again.
All right, let's do that.
I'll start over again with this story. So on Twitter, people were sending me this video. And apparently this video was from October 7th at Comic-Con in New York City Comic-Con. A brave young lady stood up. There's like a panel discussion. The women of Marvel Comics. I've never seen so many women on a single panel before. There are like 8 women. I don't know any of them. I don't know what they do.
They make awesome comics.
They do?
No.
Yeah, maybe they do. I have no idea.
But they don't.
But I mean, it's like this whole thing, like the women of Marvel, is really weird. Like it's unsettling.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe I feel threatened because of a female planet. Fear of a woman planet. Possible. Would you be afraid of a woman planet?
I don't know if I'm sure I could find, so as long as it didn't get too out there, I'm sure I could find a few to have fun and repopulate the world.
No, Antonio, no. It would be Planet of the Apes. They would be the apes. We would be the humans.
Oh, well,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Planet of the Women. And they'd be riding around on horses whipping us.
Oh, no, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
That's what I'm picturing, a women planet. And what would they be making us do? What would these women be making us do? Probably, what? Taking out the garbage? No, it wouldn't be. It would be no domesticity. I don't know. I'm not sure what they would do. I wonder if the chat has
would
any.
Be no fun. It would be no fun at all.
It would be no fun. all the comics would be Squirrel Girl. I went to Target and they have all of the horrible SJW characters at Marvel now have their own Barbie dolls. I'm like, why don't these people learn? Why, they go, there's no such thing as forced diversity. Well, there is, because these characters, nobody wants them. It's like Marvel tried out a character in the 1980s called Speedball. Steve Ditko came back and created a character called Speedball. It was a big deal. They promoted it a lot. I remember being excited about it. Like, what is this? Why is it drawn so weird? Because Steve Ditko didn't register with me. I was 13, and I bought every Marvel comic. So I bought Speedball and said, "This is shit," and it's stupid. And I never bought another issue. And, even though they promoted it, Steve Ditko, the creator of Spider-Man, it was going to be, this should have been a big deal. It wasn't. It just wasn't a big deal. It didn't work. And so they kind of got rid of Speedball for a long time. He didn't have his own book. And then they started to put him as he was kind of in the New Warriors, I think, or something.
I love New Warriors when that first started. Yeah, I actually have Night Thrasher's first appearance. So yeah.
Well, that's how Marvel used to operate. Now they don't want to operate like that anymore. They're not listening to people. It's like they're not listening. America Chavez was the worst comic book that Marvel has ever put out. It was the worst, just on an objective, on any level. America Chavez was an embarrassment. These comic book characters, all of these kind of like Squirrel Girl, Kamala Khan. These are all awful characters.
Iceman.
Iceman. Iceman's still cool. The idea of Iceman being gay works. It's just, it's not working right now. Just terrible characters. And so they're not working, like they didn't work in the comic books. So it must be the fault of the comic book industry. This is the way Marvel thinks. And so let's just put them out as a line of dolls in answer to DC superhero girls. But see, the thing is, DC superhero girls, that whole line is made up of characters that everyone loves. It's like Supergirl, Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Poison Ivy. These are characters that everyone loves, that are a success in all of the books that they appear in. Everyone loves those characters. They've been around forever. Marvel, nobody loves these characters. And why? If you're going to do a line of superhero girl dolls to answer DC superhero girl line, why wouldn't you do like Spider-Woman? Why wouldn't you do Invisible Girl? Why wouldn't you do the characters that you've already got established that everyone loves already? Why? Oh, I see. Because you want to push these weirdos, that you want to push these weird characters. So we've got Squirrel Girl and America Chavez and Kamala Khan, and like just the worst of the worst characters over at Marvel. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to buy them all when I was at Target, because most of the toy shopping that I do now is kind of ironic. Like if I see something horrible, I buy it. But I couldn't even bring myself to buy it. I wanted to show Zach. I wanted to be like, do you understand? This is your legacy. It's like, you did this. You made these characters ironically, these characters, they would have gone bye-bye if it wasn't for the fact that Diversity in Comics, the YouTube show, exists. Like, you're forcing these people to do this to spite you. This whole doll line exists to spite you. It's you. And I don't want to affect his narcissism, but it is true. Like if Diversity in Comics had never existed, I wonder if they'd still be so insistent on trying to force this dreck on people. They don't want it. They just don't want it.
I know I don't want it. I just want good comics. That's all I want. It's like
I do too. I just want these people out of here. So there was here we have the Women of Marvel, the Women of Marvel panel at New York City Comic Con. In the face of all of this, in the face of their stubborn insistence, and just forcing these characters that they've created, like just on people, normal people now, and this is going to all bleed over into the MCU post haste. It's not going to take long. It's not going to take long. It might even be in Avengers 4. They're going to force all of these characters on you because of and through Captain Marvel, And by the way, they did make a Captain Marvel doll. She was in this doll. Of course she was. Of course, again, where's Invisible Woman? You know, where is Spider Woman with that big booty, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I like that, especially when Frank Show draws her. I love that.
yeah. Where is it? Yeah. So no, they insist on doing this, and it is quite annoying. So anyway, so a young woman stood up against this panel, took the microphone, a line of people, you know, waiting to ask questions, and she said, "Do you think, you know, that sales are down because you guys continue to hire based on, you know, reasons of diversity, you know, for reasons other than merit?" And to watch these 8 women juggle this microphone and try to answer this question. And it was hilarious because you could see all of them were going, none of them were surprised by this question. This is the question that they constantly harp on about it on Twitter. They're great at calling you a Nazi and a bigot on Twitter. Face to face, when you're actually talking to a young woman who's looking at you, this is a woman. You know, this isn't me. I mean, you know, this is a young woman, and you know, she's asking you this question, and they just kind of, well, we don't back and forth. You can watch the video and see. And finally, this one woman just takes the microphone and just says, you know, we hire for like lots of reasons, but attitude has a lot to do with it. And but I mean, just I've never seen, you know, I've never seen them kind of boggle a question like that before. And it was the one question that I can tell they were excited to sort of get hit with. They, you know, on social media, it's one thing. In person, it's quite another. And this brave young woman, the Nasser, of women.
Trans Nasser. All right.
Yeah, yeah. She just got up there and she did it. I was like, good for you. I want to know who she is. Amazing, amazing. All right. So anyway, I'm going to end this stream now because Medicare, I think, is going to be on any second. And I defer to him. I don't know what's going on, but if he is streaming in 30 minutes, is that true, guys? I'm asking the chat if it's true. People are saying, can you imagine a female Nasser? Yes, I can.
Oh, boy.
F Medicare, people are saying. Have I got a security alert, Uncle A? No, I'm not that old. I mean, you know, last night we had people on who were in their like 50s or 60s. You know.
Yeah.
Are you guys saying are saying it's not his last stream? Is it a joke? Is this some kind of joke? That's the rumor. Yeah, I don't know. What the F is Medicare? Yeah, some people don't know. By the way, what do I do about my computer when it does that again? How do I like it freezes up and I'm like nothing, like I'll apparently I get booted from my own chat. And then
I didn't know if you had some kind of weird software updates or any of that kind of stuff. So.
I mean, maybe is it clickbait?
Because that's, you know, I try to, at least on this laptop, I try to make sure I'm very careful about downloading anything. You know, it's like I don't have any kind of extra stuff on here. Like, you know, I'm running Chrome and just keeping it. Yeah, I'm trying to run lean and mean, baby. No extra stuff on there.
Well, I don't download anything on this computer at all. This computer is entirely for streaming. You know, that's the only reason I bought this computer. You know, if I want to download anything, what do I even download? What do you download? What would I download? I mean, I have a laptop over there for doing my comic book stuff, for scanning pages in and then sending those pages over to Kyle Ritter. But I would never do that on this computer because you know, I don't know. And yeah, all I do is just kind of like scan the web for. I go to Screen Rant, I go to Movie Web, and I go to CBR. And those 3 websites provide me enough garbage tier information.
No Bleeding Cool.
No, I don't go to Bleeding Cool. Bleeding Cool just skeeves me out. You know,
like all the spyware stuff. Like the ads are always weird there when I've gone, and every now and again they'll have an article that I'll go, okay, this would make good content, but then like I don't like the site, so I'll try to find it on another comic site if they've ran it another version, so I can just still do my video. I don't like I don't like their site. So
Yeah, I just yeah, those are Bleeding Cool is just it is evil, obviously. I mean, it's evil. It's evil. I know those people now, and I know they're evil. I know what they're up to. I think they're up to no good. So I'm not going to. I don't visit Bleeding Cool, and rarely, I might show an article from Bleeding Cool if it's about me, but for the most part, there's nothing that Bleeding Cool is going to do that I can't find a similar and better article on the same topic anywhere else on the net. I mean,
exactly.
so it's like, why give them the traffic? I'm supporting MovieWeb at this point just because they're so weird. MovieWeb is just movieweb.com. It's fun, but it's the weirdest website. And Kevin Berwick and B. Allen Orange are the two weirdest journalists in pop culture that I've ever seen. By the way, Halloween is coming out this weekend. Are you going to go see the remake of Halloween?
I'm thinking about it. I saw the little Todd McFarlane did like a one sheet for it, which it was just cool to see his take on Michael Myers, and yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I don't, like I said, some of the stuff Jamie Lee Curtis has been doing on her little press run, it's kind of made me look a little side eye, but I'm hoping that hasn't polluted the movie.
Oh, everybody's telling me not to leave you. You guys want me to stay? You guys want me to stay streaming? I mean, I don't mind. I haven't even done a full hour. It's like usually I do like an hour and a half. In the mornings. I don't know. People are saying, "Hell no, I'm not going to go see because of Jamie Lee." You're not. I would think that was a selling point. Rizzy Toxic Fan Lee, thanks for $10. New Warriors are my boys, and Firestar and Namorita are awesome female heroes. Why aren't they pushing them? Probably because Firestar's a mutant and Marvel hates what made them famous, the X-Men. Yeah, Namorita. Why wouldn't they do a Firestar and Namorita doll? Of course. And why does Marvel hate the X-Men? Oh, Marvel's such a mess. Just a mess.
They'll start loving the X-Men again now that they have the film rights back. So
I hope so, because the X-Men used to be the biggest thing. Everyone is saying stay, stay, stay. I'll stay. I could do another half hour. I got to get to work though. I definitely have to get to work. But yeah, we'll keep going. We'll do the show. I wasn't expecting Medicare to stream. I know that's gonna hurt my viewership, but that's okay. Whatever. I'll watch his thing later. Yeah, I might go see Halloween. I am not a fan. It does get people. I lose a lot of subscribers and followers when I talk about how I feel about Halloween. I don't. I have to be true to myself. I can't just say what everybody else is saying. I can't just parrot like common knowledge or common wisdom. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Not the common wisdom. I don't know. But yeah, I can't just say what everybody else is saying when I know it's not true. Halloween is a terrible movie. And it isn't good. There are parts of it that are fun. I mean, there's a little nostalgia attached to it. And yeah, it was revolutionary in that it started the slasher genre, but it's really boring and silly. If you actually just watch it and just go, nobody told me that this movie was excellent. Nobody told me that this was just an amazing movie and I'm supposed to like it. Just watch it and then tell me what you think. It isn't good. It isn't good. No, it isn't. It isn't good. And the thing that really bothers me about it is, as I watch this, I'm just like, what? Here's a big problem. This might be why we respect your lack of common wisdom, Uncle Ethan. Thanks, Nigel. Listen, this might be the problem with Michael Myers. Like, what is wrong with Michael Myers? He's a little kid who kills his sister. Okay. Well, he goes to a doctor, and his a-hole doctor isn't like, well, you've sat with him, you've studied him, you've interviewed him, you've done everything, you psychoanalyzed this young child who, unfortunately, it is sad and awful, but this child murdered his sister. So, what's wrong with him? Is he a sociopath? Is he a psychopath? Like, oh, he's evil. I see. He's evil. That's your diagnosis, doctor? He's evil? I see. Well done. Well done. Now keep telling Michael Meyer that he's evil and he's from the devil. That's going to help him. Thank you, clinician. And that is what the entire movie series is about. Like his own doctor is saying he's evil. I see. I can't. I can't with that. It drives me insane. I'm just like, well, couldn't you just give me like a diagnosis? Like, what is wrong with Michael Meyer? Or is he inhuman? Is he not really a person? And apparently, he's not a person because he can get shot and set on fire, and he lives. That annoys me. I mean, he's supposed to be just a kid that grew up. He killed his sister. He grew up to become a dude in a what? He's got a William Shatner mask on.
Yeah, William Shatner in reverse.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, maybe some community service would have helped him with a healthy dose of, talking about what was making him sad. You call somebody evil, they're going to become evil. I think. I don't know. Sketch therapy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sketch therapy says, well, he hates horrors.
I've heard that.
Yeah. So I'll go see this movie, Antonio. No, I'm not. I'm not going to see this movie.
I'm about to say, well, you're going to do a movie, a film. I mean, one of the videos on it. Your reaction or whatever.
Yeah, like a movie review of Halloween. Like I can picture myself going to that movie. When I didn't go see Venom because I just had no energy to see Venom at all. But I can picture myself. Here's the thing: if I wanted to go to a movie, I'd have to say, Andrew, I'm going to a movie. Is that okay? Ava's got to stay. You've got to watch Ava for 2 hours while I go by yourself. While I go sit through Halloween, a remake of Halloween. Is that all right? Now, or we could get a babysitter. We could both go, but she's not going to go. Like Andrew is not going to go see Halloween. She's not going to go. She doesn't like she doesn't like horror movies. You think she likes slasher movies? No.
Ugh.
I can't go. I can't picture me doing that. People are excited about seeing Venom, though. Venom is great. Venom looks gay. Somebody said, "Going to see Venom on my birthday." Mixed responses to Venom.
Yeah. That's what I've heard a lot of people say. Yeah, the critics say it's horrible. It's not, but it needs some improvements in a few scenes or stuff like that. But there'll be a 2. There'll definitely be a Venom 2.
Sarah KPN says it's not a remake, Ethan. It's a new part 2. A new part 2 to what? What was part 1? Oh, was it Halloween H2O? H2O? H2O was part 1 of this, and this is part 2 of that, or is this part 2 of the original one? Yeah.
H2O wasn't that what's the guy that did Dawson's Creek and Scream? Kevin Williams.
Yeah.
I thought he did that one, didn't he? I thought.
Was it good? Oh no, this is a sequel to the original. They're saying that all of that other stuff didn't happen. This is what actually happened. So in other words, all the movies that you saw didn't happen, and this one did.
Gotcha.
I can buy into that. Let's get rid of everything. Let's get rid of everything that came before, and then just do this. All right, that works for me. Annabelle 3. This is not Annabelle. By the way, Andrea and I met this doll. We have pictures of ourselves cuddling the Annabelle doll.
Did you shake hands with the Annabelle doll?
No, we were at a convention and somebody from the movie was walking around. I guess there are 3 of them. There are 3 Annabelle dolls, and they had one of the dolls. They had one of the movie props, and they were letting people kind of hold it and take pictures with it. It was just something. It was at a Wizard World convention. So we did. We snuggled the Annabelle doll together. We're like, our child. We were just dating at this point. We weren't married yet. Annabelle is not scary. I don't know why people think Annabelle needs 3 movies.
That seems a little much, but they keep doing the. Yeah.
Are people that afraid of dolls?
I remember that Twilight Zone episode where they had the doll that was alive, and that one I was young when I saw it, so it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like,
By the way, I'm hearing Medicare just revealed who he is. Did Medicare just dox himself in his stream? Is that what this is? That's an interesting strategy. Dolls are scary as shit, says Rugus. Seedfan85, thanks for $5. The plot of Venom is very contrived, cringy as hell, but it draws you in and is highly entertaining. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I might catch it on. I won't. I'll never watch it. I gotta be honest with you. I will never watch it. Yeah, so Annabelle 3, Dolls, I guess the Twilight Zone, that original Twilight Zone kind of made people think, you know, I'm talking Tina and I'm gonna kill you. Was that scary? I'd be like, no, you're not. You're a doll. You're not gonna kill me.
That stuff freaked me out when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, it did. And there was another one where they had this little boy that could literally, whatever he thought of or whatever he wanted would happen like that, and he was like, everybody had to kind of walk on eggshells around him. That whole thing was,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that's an interesting ability. I thought about creating a villain that kind of, was in that kind of vein uh, for the Cravens to have to deal with.
Was the clown in Poltergeist scary? Yes. The answer is yes.
Ugh.
Or no. Well, you know what was scary about it is you never really got that great of a look at it. Like this is what bothered me about the clown in Poltergeist. I was like, why did the ghost mess with its face? You know what I mean? Like it was weird enough looking, sitting in that chair. But when the ghost took over it, like they blacked out it. I can't even remember. Like you can't get a clear image of what its face looked like. I'm gonna actually take a picture of it and study it. But the ghost made its teeth all blacked out and spooky and wacky and yeah, it did have those arms that could wrap around your neck like several times and squeeze
Yeah.
you. That freaked you out. I don't want to be choked out by a doll's stuffing arms. I don't want to be. And I don't want it to laugh at me like I don't want my toys to get me. That's what bothered me about Poltergeist. My toys. They had Amigo Hulk riding a horse going in midair. I was like, whoa, get me the fuck out of here. My Migos are stupid enough. I don't want them flying through the air and making fun of me. And ghosts would do that. Like Poltergeist would do that to you. They would make your toys. Like, what would they do to my basement studio here? I've got enough weirdo SJW soy-based Soy Wars toys down here. If Poltergeist came to life in my basement, they would make my life a living hell with those toys.
Yeah, you'd have overly articulated action figures coming at you. So.
Yeah, they would do that. You know what they would also do is they would open up my toys that I don't want opened.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What if I came downstairs and my house was haunted by poltergeists and they opened I'm down here talking to you guys and all of my Rose Ticos that are above me all crawled out of their packages and each of them had a pair of scissors and said, now we're going to cut you up. Holy shit. What if they did that? What if all my Rose Ticos got together with a pair of scissors and and bolt cutters and they were like, and they came down and they're like, we're going to save what we love, but we're going to cut off what we hate. Off go your balls. And they came at me with bolt cutters.
It'd be like dozens of little Lilliputians attacking you.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I'm freaking myself out. I got to get rid of these. Yeah, I got to get rid of all of these Rose Tico dolls.
Oh, no,
I would get zero sympathy for that. Like if my Rose Tico dolls came to life with scissors and bolt cutters and just cut off my face and my balls, that's what they would do.
It's just cracking me up.
Yeah, like everybody would laugh. Like I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, I've been horribly mutilated by ghosts." Everybody would be like, like that, and that would be even worse. Like nobody would feel sorry for me at all. They'd be like, "Well, you shouldn't have cut up the Rose Tico doll in a video." Jason Ward and all of them. They warned you. They said, "Don't do that. That's voodoo."
A lot of people watched that video though.
Yeah, they did. They watched that video. They liked it. Rizzy Toxic Fan Lee, thanks for $2. I'd stick Annabelle in a box and laugh at her. I would too. I would tie it up and be like, now what are you gonna do? God damn. Well, I'm afraid to come downstairs now. I'm afraid to work. No,
That would know. You need to draw
I can't.
a couple of cyber frogs to pop off the page and protect you. Like draw
Oh
cyber
yeah.
frog and salamandroid, and they will protect you.
Yeah, well, you think so?
Yeah. Sprinkle a little pixel dust or something on there, and they'll come off the page and all of a
Antonio, I
sudden.
don't think that's the way ghosts work. I think you're talking shit right now. Have you seen Poltergeist?
I've seen, yeah, man, I saw it. When the first time I saw that, I think I was like 7 or whatever. Okay, it was a
Sorry about my
little
language there.
fun.
Antonio, that you don't get good guys. It wouldn't be like, oh, some ghosts are on my side, and some no. It's not like I could make a wish and Cyberfrog, an imaginary Cyberfrog, is going to save my life from these ghosts. No, all of the ghosts are going to come in. They're going to unwrap my Rose Tico toys, and they're going to torment me with them.
Hmm. You have to do you have to do the Pee Wee Herman thing. Make a lick a high, make a hiney ho.
That's not going to work.
That's not gonna work.
No,
Oh,
that's not going to work. And do you think most ghosts are SJWs?
possibly. I never thought of it that way.
Well, they don't go to heaven. You know, SJWs don't go to heaven. Where do they go? Do they go to hell, or are they cursed to walk the earth
I
that
think
they were so in love with?
SJWs, yeah, I think SJWs would annoy the devil. You know, like they'd go down there and they would be, like he'd have all the demons down there torturing everybody, and they would be like, "Hey, you've got to get, you need some female demons torturing people." Down. It would be that kind of deal.
Yeah,
Too many sanctions and too many rules. It's like, hey, it's hell. It's not supposed to have rules.
these NPCs. I'm telling you.
We have feelings.
Oh, I just think that yeah, I can picture them being cursed to walk the earth forever. It's quite possible that all ghosts are NPCs, so they'd all be motivated to annoy me. Donut Swan, thanks for $5. Dolls are scary as they have tremendous mobility and can hide anywhere. You never see them coming until they're slashing your Achilles tendon.
Oh,
I didn't think about that. My Achilles tendon. Well, I could wear high top sneakers. Then what are they going to do? They can't cut through high tops. Not Jordans.
nah. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're made in what are those? Made in like Korea somewhere? Some little 6-year-old sewing Nikes. You know.
Yeah, Low Res Boy says, "Nah, you're fine, EVS." I don't believe you. I don't think that you can't offer me well. Am I? Am I okay?
I'm praying for you now, Ethan.
My Ouija board hat, as it turns out, now I have some regrets. I'm regretting my Ouija board hat. Mike Miller told me not to wear it. I'd be summoning demons into my brain. Apparently,
Superstition.
I'm starting to have some regrets about this. Maybe
Regrets.
Mike S. Miller was right about something.
He's right about a lot of
Mike
things.
S. Miller told me that there are dragons in China, though. And he said they're dinosaurs. So I
It
don't know
better
about
not be that horrible movie that I saw with Matt Damon in it, because when that saw that movie where they were at the wall and the dragons and stuff was coming, I was like, oh, that movie is trash, man. That
No,
is
it
so
wasn't.
bad.
It wasn't that. He said there was an explorer who went to China 500 years ago and saw a triceratops. And so if triceratops were still around 500 years ago, maybe they're still there. And China's a big place.
Yeah, that would show up on the satellite, I think.
How do you know?
Because I'm saying, if they can, a lot of times the satellite can pick up like flocks of birds moving, stuff like it. Something in a decent enough mass would be picked up on satellite.
Hmm.
Maybe they're special, like because everybody always argues about Sasquatches being real, and they go, "Oh, well, they're just in little pockets here, and in the woods, so that's why no one can ever find them and stuff." But okay,
Somebody mentioned Piceratops, the idea that a dinosaur could be spinning like 3 pies on its horns and bringing them to me. That doesn't sound bad. That's not what
But
they do, though.
I
Could
believe you're right.
I mean, so basically, if there were Triceratops in China, we'd pick them up on satellite photos, so we would know.
If they were in large enough groups, I'd say.
What?
Could just be one. It would have to be like, say, a
It'd have
group.
to be enough to breed, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like a large enough mass, something that size. Yeah, satellite would pick it up.
what about one lonely Triceratops that has lived? I don't know, like, it's the last Triceratops and it's 800 years old. Is that possible or no?
So it's like the Highlander.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's like there can be only one.
Well, it's dying out. This is the very last Triceratops.
But it's like 800 years old.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this could be true. Mike told me it was true. I'd like to get Mike S. Miller on here and discuss it with him. And there's some people who believe dinosaurs existed with people. They have evidence of this.
I've seen some things that suggest that as well, but then I've seen other people say no, they were like kind of ships in the night. They kind of passed each other, and it just wasn't around the same time.
Well, okay. So, would you be impressed to see drawings by man of living dinosaurs, or no?
That would be interesting. Yes.
Well, Mike seems to think Mike has like at least 6 examples of drawings that people did of dinosaurs. And I'm not talking about recent ones. I'm saying they're like 1,000, maybe even, I don't know, not 1,000. They're old. The primitive man. Like, if that would impress you. Would it impress you or no?
Well, see, that's when you would get into that tricky part, though, because um, people that people that believe in evolution, you know, versus more a faith-based creationism, they are kind of opposed in thought on stuff like that. So it would kind of throw some of those, uh, theological things into, the fray. So I'd be
Hmm.
kind of curious about. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, you don't see dinosaurs mentioned in the Bible, or do you? I don't know.
Well, yeah, he says that you do.
That's what. Okay, so that's what Like, I heard the unicorn thing, so I was like, okay. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to discuss that more.
Well, hold on a second. Let's talk about dinosaurs snuggling. Are you interested in that or no?
Hey, I just like snuggling. So
Okay. Now, do you think dinosaurs liked to snuggle? Would you
possibly,
snuggle a dinosaur? Let's put it that way. Would you snuggle a dinosaur?
maybe some of the plant eaters,
Okay.
but
I would
yeah,
ask,
the carnivores, no.
I'm talking about specifically the carnivores.
Then
All
that's a
right.
negative. No.
That's a negative. So, well, unfortunately, if dinosaurs were around, they snuggle you. And that is something that is now proved out by science. Bird-like dinosaurs may have snuggled as they slept.
Oh,
Isn't that
okay.
cute? Now, they found a pile of bones that proves this. So here's the thing: like you'd be asleep. All right, we're finding out more about dinosaurs as time goes on. Science can do amazing things. Now we know that if we coexisted with dinosaurs, you'd be asleep, and then suddenly, like you'd be like, "What is that? Oh, that's kind of comfy. I like that. What is that cold-blooded, thing behind me? Oh, I'm being spooned by a velociraptor." That is correct. Mike Jenkins, $1.99. Leviathan is the sea beast mentioned in the Bible. That is right, Leviathan. Calgary, Alberta, 11 years ago, look at these dinosaur bones. Mongolian customs agents prevented poachers from smuggling a stone block out of this country that was filled with fossilized dinosaur bones. I wish I could find that. If I could find that, I'd be so happy. The rescue of this block has proved invaluable to scientists. It provides the first direct evidence that some dinosaur species roosted together. That is, they snuggled with one another in a cuddly group when they fell asleep at night, new research finds. So they will snuggle you. I always wanted to be snuggled by a dinosaur. I didn't know it, but I do. The fossil, which belong to a newfound species that is yet to be named, have been identified as belonging to a group of bird-like bipedal dinosaurs known as oviraptorids. Oviraptorids. How's that sound? Pretty good.
It sounds like you have possibly a speech impediment, but I will send some people to help you with that.
The chat is calling. They're saying what a croc, and croc is spelled like crocodile of shit. Somebody else says Ganosauruses. They think it's gay. It's not gay. There's nothing. Snuggling dinosaurs is fine. Snuggleosaurus, says Troggy Trog. Yeah, they weren't large. They were small little dinosaurs. This species has a rounded crest that is similar to a cassowary's casque head structure. It would have been unusual looking. That's okay. I wouldn't judge it. I'd still snuggle it. Doctoral student of biological sciences at the University of Alberta in Canada. The dinosaur also had a toothless beak. That's fine. Feathers on its wing-like arms and a short tail with a fan of feathers at the end. The discovery of this unique species is providing more evidence of communal roosting. The specimens also include individuals of different ages, providing clues about how dinosaurs changed as it grew up. For instance, it's already clear that as the Oviraptorid aged, they put these two words together, so now it's extra hard to say. Oviraptorid aged. The dinosaur's head crest grew larger. Garbage tier, by the way. Garbage tier science. As its tail got relatively shorter, Funston told Live Science. Thank you, Rizzy Toxic Fan, for $5. Favorite X-Man or lady? Antonio, I know yours is Jean. EVS, I heard you say before it said sad Tom had turned her NPC now. Rizzy, mine is Jean Grey, honestly.
I actually like Rogue. That's like,
you like Rogue the best?
Oh, man, I love Rogue. She got that southern accent, too. I dig that, man.
Yeah. Moreover, it's possible the roosting Oviraptorids were siblings, but more work is needed to say for sure, Funston said. It is unknown. Okay, so stopping the smugglers from stealing the snugglers. It's unknown when the poachers excavated the fossils, but I don't need to know about this. I just want to know more about the snuggling. Look at them snuggling. Like, this is a reenactment of the snuggling right here. You can see, oh, they're like, they're not spooning, they're kind of 69 snuggling.
They should do they should do like a Dateline NBC, to catch a snuggler or something.
Yeah, catch a snuggler, bird-like behavior. Oh, look at them. I don't know. I feel like it would be okay. I feel like I would definitely snuggle this dinosaur. People in the chat are like, shit's retarded. What are you talking about? That's not nice. Don't use words like that. Don't use words like that when we're talking about dinosaurs. This is science. I am trying to enlighten you. All right, so let's talk about should we talk about dinosaur art or no? Let me see.
Let's go out with a bang, baby.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Okay, you guys can tell me what you think this is. I'm gonna blow this up real big. All right, so we're talking about depictions of dinosaurs made by humans, not modern humans, but fairly modern humans. Like, this is the dinosaurs obviously were extinct, and most people probably didn't come into contact with a dinosaur, right? You would think that would be the case, but then again, you find artwork like this. What do you think that? Can you see this? What do you think this is?
It's something that's really confusing me. Looks nice though.
Yeah, like is it a stegosaurus? Is it a rhinoceros, or is it a hoax? I don't know.
Unicorn.
It could be a unicorn. Is it a unicorn? Now, if this is true, if this is what it's supposed to be, what it looks like, this is and Mike showed me this. I got this from Mike. He said, "Hey, this is obviously a dinosaur that somebody drew. So probably, and they carved it into a rock. I mean, so obviously a human being saw this animal and then just kind of said, oh yeah, it's an animal that I see all the time, and carved it into a rock. You need me to zoom in more? I'll zoom in as much as I can.
So yeah, the animal did a portrait session with the artist. You're saying it stood by and did a couple of sessions with him.
Possibly, I don't know, but I mean, this is the thing. I don't want notifications from Smithsonian. Look. What is this? What are these on its back? What is this right here? What is it? Is this a little happy smile with a snout? And I mean that. Uh, I'm sorry. People are saying crazy things in the chat, and every time I look up, I laugh. By the time that our ape ancestors split from the line that would produce chimpanzees, what happened about 4 million to 7 million years ago? Which happened, okay, non-avian dinosaurs had been extinct for more than 58 million years, or so we thought. So is it possible that a stegosaurus survived for 58 million years? Enough to be...
Possibly. That would, oh my. Ethan? Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it is just me. I was like, what is going on here? All right. Man, twice in a row now. So how about them Cowboys? and yeah, it is time for Sexy Party because I'm about to do Sexy Party on my channel. I'm well, I believe Ethan was about to end the stream anyway, but I do thank each and every one of you for watching, and we will the Cowboys. I love hilarious. It's hilarious. Um, uh, hey, my Titans lost last week. I'm not very happy about that. But the Titans are going to, although they're playing in London this week, the Titans are in London. So they're about to do the thing, and but I don't know. I am here by myself, and sing for us. I don't. I was just gonna end the stream because, like I said, I know Ethan was. He was gonna close it out like that. So I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I do, Pops. I would love to have Lady Alchemy come on Sexy Party. I don't really know her that well. I guess I could try to reach out to her and see. Obviously, we want to have some fun guests on Sexy Party, but yeah, I got to wrap it up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. Everywhere is at Akari Press. If you type in AkariPress.com, it will take you to my Indiegogo campaign for my comic book series brand with Kanan White. Guys, thank you. We will be back tomorrow. I promise you. Sexy Party over on my channel. I'm out.